Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to, I think this is episode 15 of this podcast. And hey, we're still here. We're still here, and we're here for our second season. And it's episode 15. And I got a great guest today. Is one of the smartest people I know. Probably one of the most intelligent people I know, and probably one of the most interesting people I know. That cannot Interesting is, sometimes a good thing. I mean, it's not always a good thing, but he's very interesting. Zhao, what's going on, my man?
Thank you. I'm very excited to be a guest. Finally, actually, onto your podcast, and I appreciate you having me on.
Dude, of course. I had to. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so Dylan goes to UCLA. Good for him. Go Bears. Go Bruins. I said Bears.
Go Bruins. Go Bruins. Yeah.
Go Bruins. I'm sorry. And what are you majoring in? What?
I'm a business economics major with a minor in statistics.
Yeah. Big man. Yeah, I mean, dude, guys, go freaking check out his Insta. Go check out his Twitter, man. He's always balling. He's always, flexing on everyone, so please give him a follow. That'll be on the screen and in the description below. And you have a blog too, right? You said?
Yeah, I actually just got into but I've been writing blogs this summer because I really appreciate the power of a word. And I took AP Lang in high school, so I hated English in high school, but after you write passionately about things you're interested in, that's fun. So I actually started writing a blog, dzdimes.blogspot.com.
Link in the description below.
I actually just released my most recent blog about my thoughts on Thursday Night Football. But I've been writing a lot of blogs this summer about everything, really, life, sports, movies. I've been writing a lot of movie reviews, so a lot of things.
Yeah, that's awesome. Personally, I think blogging it's great, but like me and Sam were telling you the other day, we're like, who blogs anymore? Who blogs anymore? Everyone's blogging now or doing podcasts like this, but I think that's cool. I'll definitely give it a read, and I think that's also something that some people like people don't do anymore. They just sit down and just write about stuff or type stuff down, just random thoughts in your head,
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's really putting your emotion and what you really want to convey across, and what's your real message that you want to put across. So I like to kind of play around with different rhetoric devices and really just have a different flow and emotion behind what I'm trying to say. And it's really just the power of persuasion. But I was actually inspired by Barstool.
Barstool Sports.
I watch a lot of Barstool on YouTube, and they're like a blog originally. That's what they founded on. And so I was really inspired by them. But like you said, everyone's doing different things now, especially moving on to the video screen. But I love that stuff as well. I love making my own YouTube videos, and I think I love your podcast. It's that's what everyone's doing. So I definitely feel the wave.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, and Dylan does have a YouTube channel. He has a couple videos up, but I'll leave that in the description below too.
They're all all private.
Oh really? Okay.
I have them uploaded. I just privated it because for now I think it's best to just keep it private.
Okay.
Later I'm gonna unprivate it.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of ideas coming up, and definitely gonna have Tim on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll plug it up either way. But yeah, dude. So you got a big day tomorrow. Well, when this comes out, it'll already be done. Why don't you tell us what's going on tomorrow for you?
Man, yeah. I mean, I have the dreaded wisdom teeth surgery and extraction. That's going to be tough on me. I'm getting all four taken out. I was supposed to get them out. I was supposed to get them pulled last summer, but timing wise and complications, I couldn't. So this summer, all four are coming out, and I'm happy because my two bottom teeth, your teeth are supposed to be straight up. Mine are perpendicular. So they're pushing against my teeth, and it's really shifting a lot. I could feel it when I wake up. So I'm happy to get it out, but also I dread the pain and the lack of food, you know?
Yeah, I feel you on that. Man, so if you guys don't know, I've already had mine taken out. Dylan, I'm here for you. I'm here to kind of answer any questions that you may have. But really, I'm just going to tell you this right now. Like, it's not really any pain or like stinging or like sharp pain or anything. You just feel sore. I mean,
sore.
Yeah, it's just sore, like someone punching you in the mouth, you know?
What would you liken it to, like soreness from the gym?
Maybe a little bit more like, a little bit more of an extreme soreness. I wouldn't say, you know, muscle soreness, because muscle soreness, you know, it hurts, but it's like, it's not, you know, you're not going to freaking, you know, just sleep all day over it. But the drugs do help. The drugs really do help. So when it's really like, I wasn't like worried about it at all, but really it was just once you get in the chair and then they strap that the anesthesia on you, that's when it gets kind of real. It's like, oh shoot, I don't want to do this anymore. But you'll fall asleep like before you can even think of anything. Yeah, go ahead.
Do they? It's gas?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, because I've actually got like shots before.
Oh yeah, shots
my
too.
Teeth.
They do that.
Those hurt. What did you get?
I had anesthesia.
So what's that? The gas or
the gas? I just remember them putting a mask on my face. Well, I had surgery too, and I had mouth surgery. So for my leg surgery, I had a full-on mask the entire time, and then for teeth, I had the mask. But then once I was asleep, they took it off and they, you know, did their thing, because obviously they got to get to your mouth. But yeah, man, literally like after I woke up, like they were playing a song in like my dentist's office or my or in the office, and I started singing, and then my
what?
Yeah, and then one of the nurse, because you're so high off the drugs.
I thought that's only because it's laughing gas.
Or I'm not really sure what type of gas it is. It could be laughing gas or it could be something, but I remember my brother Mike was hallucinating stuff. He took it worse. Like he was singing and crying.
Oh no.
But I luckily was just I just sang a song and then I kind of woke up and I was fine. But
man, I do not want that to happen.
Yeah. Make sure people record you when you first get out, because those are gems. But
oh no.
But yeah, you cannot be caught lacking, and like that gas is really going to show you if you're heavyweight or lightweight. You know, obviously Mike's the lightweight, I'm the heavyweight. So, and then my sister's a heavyweight too, man. She had to get 8 teeth taken out, so she did it twice basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So she's she had 8 teeth taken out. So I mean, it's not going to be that bad. You'll be fine. And then the recovering process is, you know, I mean, it'll be quick, you know. You'll feel disgusting, like you'll hate the taste of your own saliva, but hey man, like, you know, the next, you know, 2 days you'll be fine.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I have a good like doctor and no complications, and also like anesthesiologists. You know, they make good money. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because they have to make sure you wake back up.
Yeah. They can't freaking knock you out, but they obviously know what they have to be doing. But dude, you'll be fine. It is it's not an issue, but yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so but yeah, man, Dylan's getting his teeth taken out. So if you're watching this right now, Dylan, in the future, hope you're doing good. Shout out to you. Hope everything went well. Be sure to apply ice. You're gonna need it. Ice is good. Okay. Ice is good. And yeah, sometimes. Oh yeah. Syringe your wounds with salt water.
Do they give you a syringe?
I mean, you can buy one. It's like they might give you one if you ask, but they're usually like $1 at like Rite Aid or something. But
where do you get the salt water?
Salt water, you just put salt.
You just make it?
Warm water.
Okay, yeah. It's not like some special salt or something.
It's not like a solution or anything, but yeah, it's Yeah, that's all you really need. But
Okay.
yeah, you'll be good. You'll be good. But
yeah, I'm on the IR for a couple days, maybe like a week or so.
The injury reserve. Oh yeah, and if you guys if you guys have seen some of my baseball videos, this is the guy that's been like kind of
lighting you up.
Yeah. Well,
not only me, but Drew is kind of too. But you got 2 hits off Drew.
Kind of, but yeah, I've been getting more hits off of Drew, which I'm proud of. But you've memorized my stat line against you, so you want to kind of just read it off. Just go ahead.
0 for 13, 7 strikeouts, 6 pop-ups.
7 strikeouts, 6 pop-ups. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's throwing up an 0 for.
Brutal, absolutely brutal. I don't know what it is. It's not like he's throwing it by me. It's just I can't freaking hit him.
No, definitely not.
And I know Sam's out there just freaking saying, "Oh yeah, you know, you just keep striking out and stuff." I'm like, dude, I know, I get it. I've been out of the game. But we
all have.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I've sucked. I've been terrible. But we're gonna fix that later in the future once Dylan gets this mouth surgery and he's all ready to get up and going. And once this air clears up, we're gonna get back out there, man.
Yeah,
unfinished business.
We'll have Gilly out there too. I was with him today, and we'll have to find a time in the afternoon because he works in the mornings.
Yeah,
where we could all go out and just ball out.
Yeah, we'll get a squad out there, and we'll put out some more videos of Dylan carving me up and carving maybe other people up, but
hopefully Gilly,
hopefully Sam if he's willing to take that challenge, but got some good stuff going there. Talk to us a little bit about UCLA and kind of how that's been, because you spent your first kind of semester and a half. I don't know what.
Yeah. Well, so we're on a quarter system. So I spent my first 2 quarters there. Spring quarter, we were back home. But freshman year, definitely like a smack in the face. You have to get ready. I don't know if you have like high school listeners, but college is much different from high school. It's personally, in my opinion, much harder. Like I'd say I'm a pretty smart guy, so high school was fairly decent for me. It wasn't really that hard.
Yeah.
Like I took challenging classes and I put in the work, but not anything like I was super stressed about. But once you get into college, classes are real stressful because your GPA does matter. No matter what people say, your GPA does matter. And personally, for me, like I want to have a good GPA. My goal is to graduate with summa cum laude. So I'm trying to get my GPA up. And so I spend a lot of time putting in the work on the side. Definitely watch a lot of YouTube videos about your topic, your subject. My suggestion is really just to put your head down and really work. Just get the job done. Do a lot of studying. But I've been pretty good overall. Like which I'm mad about. My freshman year, first quarter, I took a history class. History 13A. It was a class about colonial America. So first essay, the class is made up of 3 essays basically. 2 essays and a midterm. First essay I got a 96.
There you go.
Second essay, the second thing was a midterm, and the essay portion I got a 92, I think, or a 90. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then the third essay, which was a final essay, I got a 76, I think,
really?
Or a C. So there was obviously some disconnect between the TA and me.
Yeah.
I get 2 grades that are A's and decent essays, and then I think I personally wrote a good essay, I think, and I got a C. So that kind of screwed me over, and I ended up with a B plus. But
man, you freaking bodied the first 2, and then you just go out there and like just I don't know, you just drop the last one.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm kind of like salty. I emailed him, got no response back. So I kind of just took the B plus. But overall, like my GPA is pretty good, so I'm happy about that. But definitely, I'd just say like college is a lot more stressful and a lot more daunting, but a lot more stressful because there's so many things to be worried about, at least for me. Because when you're in high school, you're worried about college, but college is in a sort like you're gonna be there eventually. But when you're in college, the next step is a career, a job.
Yeah.
And there's so many extraneous factors that go in: the economy, your schoolwork, your GPA, your class. So it's really like, for me, it's really like tough.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
but just you got to put in the work, and I have no problem doing that, and just really growing and learning. That's what life is really all about, is just learning and just facing those challenges and growing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think you touched on some good points. Being someone that's kind of, for me, that's like kind of, looking to transfer, kind of like a high school student, but like not, kind of knowing like what it's like. I think you gave some great advice. But yeah, kids at home, hope you guys were taking notes, because Uncle Dylan over here, man, he's just spilling facts. So thank you for that. What's up with your football team, man? Like, what's going on with UCLA football?
Okay, well, we actually, I don't know. We weren't that great, but we weren't like that bad. Like, we won some big games, like against Wazoo. But like other games, not so much. Like there's just a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Personally, yeah, I'm not a big DTR fan.
Really?
He's not, in my opinion, that great. Of course, he's only been playing QB for maybe 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
So he's relatively new to the position. But there's a lot of mistakes and just a lot of like missed opportunities. And like, I think we have the potential, but we did lose Joshua Kelly to the draft. And he's doing well in the NFL, but
yeah, shoot.
Our football team, we're in the Pac-12, so it's not like the SEC. But like, I don't know. I think we have high hopes for next season or the coming seasons, especially with the NCAA paying players. So I think that's going to draw a bigger crowd. But I do have to rave about our basketball team.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We were.
I was gonna go there too.
Did you watch UCLA basketball?
Not really. That's saying a lot.
Well, yeah. Well, we started off terrible. I remember going to the games. I'm like, what are you doing? You have to pick up like when I watch sports. I'm very analytical. Like, I literally saw this. Of course, I'm watching it from a viewer point of view, but like you have to look at these opportunities and you can't miss them. So I guess our basketball team, we started off terribly. Like, our basketball, we lost to Hofstra, but towards the end, I think personally, if I'm ever building a team, if I'm an NBA coach, I want to build with a defensive mind. Always. I want people like Patrick Beverly on my team, people who will get in your face and play tough, hard defense and physical. And then I want a couple wing shooters who could shoot the ball and like mid-range, and then from the three. I want one solid guy playing down low, and that was kind of like our I think his name is Chris Smith, our guy down low, and then we need a leader, so our point guard. And I don't remember what his name is. I think it's Tiger Campbell. He can't shoot, but he does play really good defense, and he does get into the paint and score. So I like our team. I like if I were to build a team, I would build it like UCLA, and I think our coach Mike Cronin did really well second half. And people were saying that the second half changed because the team really got to started playing really well together, and also they kind of took the culture, the defensive mentality culture, and we started winning big games. We beat U of A, I think ASU as well. We ended up losing to USC the last game of the season, but I think we were still almost guaranteed into March Madness, like maybe the 12th seed, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, dude, like that team that you described is kind of like the Miami Heat in a way.
Yeah.
You got your leader in Jimmy Butler. You got your two shooters in Dragic and Hero. You got your big man down below, Adebayo, and then you got your lockdown defender in Jay Crowder. So, I mean, and shoot, they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. So, yeah, man. I mean, definitely the defensive mindset. Defense wins championships. So, Yeah, man. Giving us a good inside look on UCLA sports.
Absolutely, because I think, as you said, defense wins championships. Because if you play defense, like good defense, and then like mediocre shooting, I think in my book that will win. It's the same thing with like baseball. We played slammers, and we know the importance of not giving up walks. You don't want to give up a free opportunity, and walks generates opportunities.
Yeah.
So you need to like where you lack, you want to make up in a better area. And I think the defense is a very important aspect of the game. And as you said, the Miami Heat, I love the Heat. I love Jimmy Butler. He's not only a great shooter, he's a great defender and also a great leader. And that's what every team needs, is a leader. And Jimmy Butler, my favorite story is he was sick of the culture in Minnesota with the T-Wolves. He took 3 like third-string bench players and beat the starters.
Yeah.
And you need that type of grit and that type of tenacity and that fire to win in a team. And as you mentioned, Goran Dragic, Tyler Hero, and then Adebayo or something. Yeah. That's a good team, and I think the Heat are going to do well.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, and it shows. They shocked the world and shut down Giannis and company. And also shout out to the Clippers, man. That Game 7, man. What's going on there? But Nuggets come back from another 3-1 deficit. Freaking amazing. They got the Lakers in the conference finals. Before we kind of switch to football, kind of give me your predictions on the finals. What's that looking like? Who do you have coming out of the West? Who do you have coming out of the East?
Yeah. So the final, we're Western Conference Finals, right?
Lakers
and Nuggets. So the Lakers are playing the Nuggets. Well, man, I don't like the Lakers. I hate the Lakers. Okay. When I moved to LA for school, I had to choose an LA team, and I chose the Clippers.
Oh, jeez.
I'm an underdog kind of guy. The Clippers are always slept on.
Yeah.
And I love Kawhi. Kawhi is everything you want in a player. So I love Kawhi. LA is his city.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the New Balance commercial?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, LA is Kawhi's city.
Okay. All right.
But I don't know. LA, I'm gonna have to go with the Lakers. Even though it pains me to say that, because LeBron has the experience. Anthony Davis is pretty good, but Anthony Davis will be playing against Jokic. So I do want the Nuggets to win, but I think the Lakers will win. And then on the Eastern side, what, it's the Raptors, right?
No, it's Heat Celtics. Yeah.
Okay.
Raptors lost.
Well,
yeah.
I think the Heat are going to win. They have the momentum, and also the Raptors. The Raptors put up a good fight against the Celtics.
Yeah.
I don't think the Celtics have that championship piece. I think they're missing one piece, whereas I think the Heat are kind of like put your head down, run through a brick wall, grit, tenacity. So I like sleeper pick wise. I want the Heat to win it all.
Yeah, I think the Heat have a damn good chance at winning it all. But my predictions like yours. I see Lakers Heat. The way Jimmy Butler closed out that game today. It just looks prevalent that they can close that series out, and then the Lakers Nuggets series is going to be interesting. So definitely will be, but I got Lakers. So, but yeah.
Hey, you can't sleep on Eric Spoelstra.
Oh no, you can't. There's a reason why he's been coaching for like 2 decades. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, but yeah. All right, now we're gonna get into the kind of the meat and potatoes of this episode. There's a reason why we're kind of wrapping up BS stuff around the 25-minute mark, but we're gonna talk some football, some fantasy football, kind of what our week 1, sleepers and stuff were. But before we get into that, Dylan's actually going to be doing a lot of blog stuff about this season, and I'm going to be on there too. So check out his blog. I don't know if you can subscribe to the blog, but check it out. We're going to be out over there next week, but we're kind of doing it over here for this week. I mean, he's gonna post it here, but yeah, Dylan's got a blog about the NFL, so let's get into it. Kind of, do you want to just go with, you want to talk fantasy first? You want to talk just kind of about the games, or kind of where do you want to go, Dylan?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can mix a little bit of both, but I think to start it off, let's get into our fantasy. I think that's what a lot of people are interested in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so fantasy. For those of you that don't know, I have a league, TLFL. Follow them on Instagram. But yeah, man, a very competitive league. I came up short, lost because I didn't start Robbie Anderson over Keenan Allen. Ended up losing by 16 points, and Robbie Anderson scored a whopping 22, and I left him on my bench. So, feeling a little bad right now. Definitely disappointed, but we're ready for another week, and we're gonna get going. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But Dylan, how'd your team do?
Well, I definitely won. I'm 1-0 with outstanding performances by Devontae Adams and Adam Thielen.
Oh yeah.
I'm also in a very competitive 12-man league, so 12 people, that's a lot. So it's kind of hard to really get good players, but I somehow, got Devontae Adams and Adam Thielen, and I'm happy about that. I thought I was going to lose, actually, because the person I was playing has Mahomes and McCaffrey.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, man, I thought I was going to lose. Yeah. But my team came out on top, and, yeah, we're going to look on to week 2. Mm-hmm. Who are some of your standout players?
I mean, where do I begin? I mean, I had a lot of good standout players, but, the team that beat me was just, he had freaking Josh Jacobs and Josh Allen. So, couldn't really stop that. But, standout, Cam Newton, man, he's back. Ran the ball down the freaking Dolphins' throats. So, really good to have a big game out of him. I had Zeke against the Rams. He did really good, even though they lost. DK Metcalf and Noah Fant both played really well. And then, of course, I had Robbie Anderson, but I sat him on my bench, which hurt a lot because I originally wanted to start him. But it also kind of sucked because Miles Sanders was out. So I had to start Fournette, and Fournette didn't do much. But, we fought till the end. We would have won if we played anyone else. But, we lost. But I freaking hate those weeks. It drives me insane. But yeah, man, I think I have a good team. It's just, starting the right people. And then, it's very, I have a good team to contend and possibly win a championship. So. But yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, personally, some of those players I would have not drafted.
Yeah.
That's just my style. I mean, I have personal opinions about them. But let's do a rundown of week 1 and the 15 games, I think, or 16.
Yeah. You want to start on that Thursday night game?
Yeah. So Thursday night game, the Chiefs lost.
The Chiefs won. The Chiefs won. Yeah.
The Chiefs won, yeah. Personally, I wanted to draft Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted Helaire. Mm-hmm. I wanted CEH. Mm-hmm. I had the 10th pick out of 12. He went at 9. So I ended up drafting Kenyon Drake at 10.
Yeah.
But I ran a simulation with a mock draft, and out of 10 times, he dropped to me 5 out of those 10 times. So I was like, okay, I have a good chance. But anyways, I wrote about this in my blog. I thought that game was atrocious to watch. It was
all
terrible.
The games were a little bit.
Yeah, not really a standout fun one. Actually, the Packers and Vikings game was good. Yeah. But I felt that the game because I have Deshaun Watson, so I was watching it from a Texans point of view. I thought the game was slow. I thought there were some bad decisions by coaching wise. And I just really wanted CEH. But some of the bad decisions I thought were towards the end of the second half. It was third and like half, 3rd and 5 maybe. And I think Deshaun Watson missed a throw, and then it was 4th and 5. They needed the momentum. So I would have put them and said, like, go out there, throw the ball, try to get the conversion. But Bill O'Brien put out the kicking team, Kaimi Fairbairn. misses a field goal. The Chiefs now have the ball around the half-yard line, the middle of the field, and there's less than 2 minutes left, and Mahomes scores.
Yeah.
So that's a bad mistake. You need momentum going into the half.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And then also, I think there was like maybe 2 minutes left or a few good time. I think instead of shooting an onside kick, I would have kicked off and put out the defense and let the defense try to stop Hilaire. Of course, Hilaire was doing well, but I just don't. I trust my defense. I thought the defense played decent, and like there weren't a lot of penalties, but I just didn't like the pace of the game. It was really slow and really boring to watch from the Texans' point of view.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you touched on a couple things, but you know me. I mean, I like watch every Chiefs game from the Chiefs standpoint because, I mean, they're called the Legion of Zoom for a reason. I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I mean, he straight up, he ran the ball down their throats. I mean, 25 carries, 138 yards, punching it in for a touchdown. Had a couple receptions, too. I mean, he's looking like a Josh Jacobs type of player his rookie year. Absolutely just eating up those yards, and it really took the pressure off Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that's the reason why he only had 211 yards in the air and 3 touchdowns. But, I mean, it was a well-played game by the Chiefs. I mean, their defense played extremely well. Deshaun Watson looked like, I mean, he looked lost without DeAndre Hopkins. So
definitely.
Yeah, so there's that. And I mean, you know, Chris Jones was up there doing his thing, and you know, Tyrann Mathieu laying on the wood. But shout out David Johnson, man, getting in there, having a decent fantasy day. Just for all my David Johnson guys that took him, you know, those past 2 years and him never panning out. But it was good to see him kind of have a good game for once. But my player of that game was Clyde Edwards-Helaire, hands down, most rushing yards week 1, and he's a rookie, so, you know, hats off to him.
Yeah, I think you made it when you talked about David Johnson. Good point. I'm not a David Johnson fan. I was when he was on the Cardinals for 1 year. I picked him up off the waiver wire when he broke out that 1 year, and I was super high on him. But now he's kind of slumped down. But yeah, I think those are very good points and observations. Moving on to the next game of the week was Jets-Bills. I'm just going to say it right now. The Jets suck. Sam Darnold is overrated and sucks. The Jets suck as an organization. The Jets just suck. I hate the Jets. Do not draft anyone from the Jets.
Except for Jamison Crowder.
Except for Jamison Crowder, because he's the only source of weapon on that team. But Jets, there's nothing to say. I just hate the Jets. The Bills, I mean, the Bills I think they're gonna do well this year. I'm not a big fan of Josh Allen. He's a deep threat, but only 50% of the time. He's highly inaccurate. He does take the long bomb, so you're gonna have a boomer bust. He does run a lot, so he'll give you a lot of fantasy value. So I do like him as a fantasy player, but as a real QB, no, I don't think he has it as a good QB.
Yeah. I will be very brief on this game because, I mean, like you said, I mean, you summed it up pretty well. Someone actually started Jamison Crowder in my league, so shout out to Yacht Anderson for starting him. I don't know how, but I thought he was going to get him 0. But yeah, man, I mean, obviously Le'Veon Bell, I mean, just an absolutely pathetic game. I mean, Josh Allen was the leading rusher, you know. I mean, it's just, I mean, Le'Veon Bell gets hurt, you know. He only has 14 yards off 6 carries. And then 2 catches for 32 yards. Really not what you want out of your $60 million running back, which they're probably going to end up trading. But yeah, you know, very sloppy. I mean, Sam Darnold looks absolutely terrible. And then yeah, on the Bills side, I mean, that defense I think that defense is going to be one of the best in the league. Trey White, Micah Hyde, and obviously the front 7 that they have is absolutely menacing. And yeah, like you said, Josh Allen, I'm not truly sold on him. He did have a good game, but he did fumble the ball twice.
I did not see that.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing with Josh Allen is that he fumbles a lot. So, I mean, he's bringing it into 2020. So, but overall, he spread the ball around pretty good. Threw it to, it looks like, maybe 8 different receivers, maybe 9. So, yeah, I mean, he did a really good job. I mean, the Jets, they're a bad team. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. just beat them. So I thought the Bills did a good job, but obviously the level of competition isn't there. So next game,
Browns Ravens.
Oh wow.
I was a huge fan of Baker Mayfield when he first got into the league. Now he's the definition of subpar to mediocre.
Yeah.
The Browns are terrible. I will continue saying this because they have a losing culture. Look, here's a hot take right now. OBJ is not a good wide receiver. OBJ is an average wide receiver who has the potential and talent to be a good wide receiver. He just does not have the QB for him. I think the Ravens are definitely, man. I'm going to be honest. I hated Lamar going into the season, going into his rookie year. I thought he was going to be terrible. He's not a QB. He's a running back. I'm wrong. I'll admit I'm wrong. The Ravens are good, and I definitely think they're going to be really good this season.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very, very crazy game. The Browns every year seem to have their kind of spiel that this is their year. But honestly, to me, OBJ is a good receiver, but it's just I think he's good. I still think he's kind of riding that hype off that one catch he made on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
I see all the memes and stuff, but he just looked frustrated. Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, all those boys were getting up in his head. He was getting frustrated. He had an easy 6-yard grab that he dropped. It just looked like he gets kind of down on himself, and then that makes him struggle even more. But you saw games like last year. He ripped off 2 big touchdowns against the Jets. Obviously, their defense isn't what they are, but he can still have good games. He just needs to be consistent. I know Baltimore's a tough defense. They won by 32 points, but take notes from your guy Jarvis Landry. He was calm and cool, got his receptions, got his yards. Even though they weren't able to move the ball on the ground either with Nick Chubb, which was surprising. Baker Mayfield just looked like he was running for his life. Baker Mayfield needs to go through his reads. He needs to drop back and get the ball out quick. He looked like he was hesitating a lot and just checking it down at the sideline. So that's something he needs to work on. And if he doesn't fix it, he's not going to have a job next season in Cleveland. I'm going to the Ravens side. They look great offensively. They checked all the boxes defensively. They were what they were supposed to do and then some. But yeah, shutting down that Cleveland hype. So that's why Lamar Jackson was MVP last year, and he's shown why he could be it again. So yeah.
Yeah, I think your point to OBJ. He's a good receiver. He has the good techniques and skills. He just doesn't have the source for that potential and burst. And he's a super he's a diva, and he's an emotional player. And the way to stop someone like that from breaking out is to get in their head and really toy with their emotions. But I think Ravens defense, they're going to do great this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Next game, we got the Packers-Vikings. There's not much to say, really. Yeah. I think that they're division rivals. Great game. Started off slow for Kirk Cousins. I'm a big fan of Kirk Cousins as the meme because I think he gets hated on too much. And he's pretty he had the highest accuracy rating last year. But I think Aaron Rodgers is still great. I don't think he's washed at all. I think he's still great. He has all the skills there. I don't like that the Packers kind of just gave up on him by drafting Jordan Love. But the Packers are one of my sleepers to do really well this year.
Definitely. And to be honest, I didn't really watch this game that much, but how CBS and Fox all have display the scores during the game. At halftime, it was 15-7 or something. I looked like a mess of a game. But then I saw Devontae Adams was slowly but surely getting more and more receptions. And he really proved why he can still be one of the best receivers in this league. And I think he gets hated on because of that, because there's guys like DeAndre Hopkins and Julio Jones and Mike Thomas in the league. But Devontae Adams is still very much up there, but we just don't see it, and we saw it that day. I was feeling bad for Adam Thielen owners at halftime, but shoot, he got his 110 yards and 2 touchdowns off 6 grabs. So, but yeah, I mean, the Vikings easily could have won that game. I mean, that second half just showed that they have the firepower to get back into any game and turn it into a shootout. But man, I don't think anyone expected Aaron Rodgers to go off for 4 touchdowns and almost a 300-yard performance. So, great game by the Packers. Their defense played well. But yeah, I mean, Vikings, it's more just consistency on offense. Dalvin Cook wasn't there early, but then, he kind of got it around, got his 2 touchdowns. But yeah, solid game by the Packers and telling the whole NFC North that that is still their division. So.
Oh, definitely. And I think what I love about the Packers is that Aaron Rodgers gives that veteran leadership. He's a vet. And also, I'm bought in. I'm on the Matt LaFleur coaching style. And also, I love the Packers defense. So I think they're going to be really good this year.
Yeah.
Next one is the Eagles-Washington game.
Oh, yeah.
You're a Redskins fan. So
Washington football team fan.
Yeah, oh, man.
We're the Washington football team, yeah. But yeah, man.
What a mess.
Great. Yeah.
But I'm going to say this. I don't like the Eagles. I think they're overhyped. I think Carson Wentz is absolutely not good. I think he's a mediocre, average QB. I don't think I think he's overrated. I think Miles Sanders is not that great either. I think people in my league. So after the first round, the wraparound going into the second round, Miles Sanders was available for a lot of picks because everyone did not want to draft him. I didn't want to draft him either. So I just don't think he has it. I have Terry McLaurin on the Washington team. He did all right, but I'm expecting a breakout year. I'm a hater for Dwayne Haskins. I don't think he has it, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though. Philly had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was 17-0 at one point until we got a last-second touchdown. But I mean, I will say that the Eagles haven't been 100% for almost 2 years. I don't know why that is. Alshon Jeffrey seems like he's been on the IR list for quite some time. Obviously, no Miles Sanders. Brandon Graham got hurt during the game. They're missing a lot of pieces. Man, shout out to the Washington defense, man. 8 sacks. And, apparently there's 5, of their front 7, 5 of them were first-round picks. I'll name a couple. Montez Sweat, Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Kerrigan, and then Matt Ioannidis. I mean, those guys were absolutely making it hell for Carson Wentz out in that pocket, forcing a fumble, getting 2 picks. I will say Dwayne Haskins, he didn't play great, but he also didn't play terrible. I think he did enough to, get his team the win and did his job, which is all he kind of needed to do. But yeah, man, that was definitely a defensive win for the football team. And, shout out Ron Rivera getting his first win. Love that man. Fires me up. So, yeah, big upset win. But, part of me was like, Washington's got a chance. So, cry Eagles cry, but yeah, we're gonna go into Arizona and see what we can do there. So yeah, I mean, moving on to the next game after that, exciting for you, the Washington game, is the Colts-Jags game. Oh man,
really not much to say. I like the Colts. They're like a mediocre team. They have the potential to be really good. I have Jonathan Taylor. I'm liking what I've seen from Taylor. I'm excited. The Colts O-line is good. I'm not a big Rivers fan. He throws a lot, and that's not good for Jonathan Taylor owners. But I plan on also trying to get Chenault from the Jags.
Oh, yeah.
He's a wide receiver for the Jags.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a come from behind win for Gardner Minshew, and obviously the Jags will not be good for a long time, but not much to say.
Well, I really thought it was a great win for the Jacksonville franchise as a whole, especially with everything that's been going on over there. Obviously getting rid of guys like Jalen Ramsey, Calais Campbell, Ngakoue, what was it? Fournette, Blake Bortles, Foles, and they also gave up a corner to Denver, but just absolutely clearing house there. And everyone's saying, oh, they're going to be the worst team in the National Football League. But coming out there and putting a win together is something truly special. I don't care who you play and who you are. The Colts, I mean, they honestly could have won this game. They just didn't. Phillip Rivers, once again, I mean, I think he's an upgrade from Jacoby Brissett just because he's been around the game longer. He's had the experience. He's been to the playoffs. But man, he's really got to, fix those turnovers or it's going to be a long season for the Colts. But good win by Jacksonville. Definitely shocked a lot of people. But, the Colts, they just got to make those adjustments on defense. You got DeForest Buckner. Nyheim Hines was having a good game, but everyone else decided to take the day off. So, good job, Jacksonville. But Colts fans, I mean, what's going on, man? That is not a good loss, Frank Reich. I mean, you're a defensive-minded coach, so, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. The next game is the Raiders-Panthers. Not much to say. I love Christian McCaffrey, one of my favorite athletes, but also individuals in the world. If you'll ever see when my video goes public, but I did a video about like our Mount Rushmore of like male celebrity crushes, in addition to female celebrity crushes.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey's good looking fella, great moral guy. I love that man. He's a good individual, good guy. He's dating Olivia Culpo, but man, I have not much to say really. Robbie Anderson went off. I kind of expected that. Anderson's a good player, especially ever since he was on the Jets. And I'm not a big Raiders fan, so I don't really have anything to say. But good for the Raiders. They have a win against a decent team. So good for them.
Yeah. I mean, it was a classic. Two great running backs going head to head. Obviously, Josh Jacobs had 3 touchdowns. McCaffrey had 2. I mean, it was a very back and forth game, but I think it came down to who had the ball last. The one thing I do kind of have to criticize the Panthers on and head coach Matt Rule is that, I mean, it's 4th and 1. You got one of the best running backs in the backfield, and you hand it off to the fullback. I don't think I question the decision making there just because, I mean, I don't know if you're just trying to, use McCaffrey as eye candy or something, but it definitely didn't throw off John Gruden and his defense. So didn't convert on there, but Panthers, they had a chance to win the game. They didn't get it done, but I mean, they are a young team. They are kind of a work in progress, but they could have won that game easily. And yeah, Robbie Anderson obviously having a good game because I guess DJ Moore is their number 1, but DJ Moore, didn't really do anything. He kind of just took all the, the good defenders onto one side. But Jonathan Abrams had a big hit on McCaffrey. I will say that. But yeah, Derek Carr didn't screw it up. So, I mean, you just hand the ball to Josh Jacobs. That's all you got to do. And, they come out to win. But they will have a tough task next Monday night against the Saints. Even though I'm not a big Raider fan, and I would very much enjoy them to get this blown out and destroyed. It'll be an interesting game, especially in their new stadium. So no Mike Thomas either. So
yeah. Next game, Bears Lions. Not much to say. The Bears suck in my opinion.
Shocking.
The Lions not great either. I hate the Lions. They're such a boring team to watch. I hate that they play almost every year on Thanksgiving. I hate that because Thanksgiving football, I have to watch the Lions, but I didn't even watch the game, so I can't really say much.
I mean, Lions were up 23-6 in the 4th quarter. I mean, you're playing against Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, really no excuse there. I mean, you got to close that game out. I mean, you let Mitch Trubisky absolutely throw lasers all across the field. And, Stafford, that throw in the middle of the field to get that interception that was tipped up in the air. I mean, you just can't make that throw. But DeAndre Swift had a chance to win the game. He dropped that touchdown pass. Really needed that. But, hey, I mean, he's a rookie. Shouldn't have even been in that situation. Just another disappointing game of Coach Matt Patricia. So,
yeah. Next game. This one's an exciting one. Seahawks Falcons.
That was a good one.
Yeah, for those who don't know me, I'm a big Seahawks guy. I love people call me a bandwagon, but I'll take the title. I'm a bandwagon because I'm a fan of multiple teams. But I love the Seahawks. Seahawks are one of my teams that I root for. And I'm a big Russell Wilson fan. I've been a fan ever since they won the Super Bowl, because I love the Legion of Boom, just the Legion of Boom. Yeah. But ever since then, I've been a Seahawks fan. Yeah. But I'm happy the Seahawks won. That was definitely a winnable game. The Seahawks are good. Jamal Adams, I love Jamal Adams. He's happy now. He hated his time on the Jets, but he's happy now. He's on a winning team. But go Seahawks, 12th man, baby. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You know, I mean, the Falcons, they still slung the ball across the field. But that could have been due to garbage time. I mean, Julio still had 9 catches, 157 yards, but you can't get him in the end zone. You got to go to Calvin Ridley. There are 3 Falcon receivers that had over 115 yards. So I don't know if that's something about the Seattle defense, or maybe just because Russell Wilson is that great at putting points on the board. Like you said, man, I love Russell Wilson too. I think he's one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. I mean, you talk about Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, even Breeze for a while. You know, you got Brady, but man, Russell Wilson, man, if there's a will, there's a way. He will get it done. And he had 4 touchdown passes that day, and absolutely looked like a leader. And you know, guy's a class act. You know, commands that locker room, and he's just a great overall leader. But yeah, you know, Seattle. I mean, I think they're going to be a dangerous team in the NFC West. I think it's theirs to lose, because the 49ers, as much hype, as much hype as there is around them, I really wasn't sold by their game either. So I really favor the Seattle Seahawks coming out of the NFC West. So and I really think they can compete for the 1 seed too. So
yeah, I actually watched the highlights of that game, and one of the funniest things in the comments was one of the announcers said they actually want to force Russell Wilson into throwing the ball. Russell Wilson went 31 for 35 with 4 touchdowns. Yeah. So
yeah, make him throw all you want.
He might stand 5'10", but he could sling the ball. He could sling it.
He's a gunslinger, so.
Yep. And with our 6th to last game, Dolphins Patriots. I used to be a Patriots fan when Tom Brady was on the Patriots, but there's not much to say. The Patriots are always good against the Dolphins at home, but away, that's a different matter. Yeah. But I've been saying this ever since Cam got cut or whatever with the Panthers. Cam is on a revenge tour. They will not stop him. He is out for blood. And you saw it. He's a running QB, and he's going to be good this year for fantasy.
Yeah, man, I really like the way they use Cam Newton in the offense. It's not always throw. I mean, he only had 150 yards in the air. But I really love the fact that they're using him in the read option, the zone read, quarterback power, quarterback drive. I love that, especially in the red zone, and especially because he's on my fantasy team. But I think he's one of the most hardest working quarterbacks in the National Football League. Yeah, you can make fun of his clothing and what he wears all the time and what he says, or if he's a clown or not. But I still think he's a playmaker, and I still think he has some unfinished business with some of these teams that he's going to play. But all you guys that are sleeping on Cam Newton, man, I think you guys should wake up, because I mean, this is not going to be the last game he's going to do this against. I know it's the Dolphins. I know it's early in the season. I know he's yet to play a full season in the past 3 years. But next week's game against the Seahawks on Sunday Night Football, that'll be a really good game to kind of see where he is. And I mean, if Cam Newton,
I would not have drafted him with my second round pick.
Yeah. In
my fantasy draft. So here comes like some big meaty games. Cardinals Niners. Man, that was a heartbreaker for Niners fans. As a Niner fan myself, I'm a big fan of Jimmy G. Look, Jimmy G, I don't know how I feel about him. I think he's a good QB. I think he's a middle of the pack QB. He's not great. He's not bad. But that tough is lost. From what I saw, the defense did not make any real impact. Of course, Kyler Murray is so elusive. I was a hater of Kyler Murray last year, but this year I think he's got it. I think he's going to do well. He's got DeAndre Hopkins, Kenyon Drake, but that's a tough loss.
Yeah, definitely. I have mixed opinions about the 49ers and their whole, fan base. But I'm putting those aside. I don't like Jimmy Garoppolo, and here's the reason why. I have nothing against him. I don't hate the guy. There's nothing he said to make me feel this way, but I just don't think he can get the job done. I feel like Kyle Shanahan has to feel the need to hide him in their offense and scheme throws, whether it be on the bootleg or with blocks and the run game. But at the end of the day, teams are going to pick up the run and stop Mostert, Coleman, and Jerick McKinnon, who thankfully is back for them. Good to see him back on the field after not playing for almost 3 years. But, I think at the end of the day, Jimmy Garoppolo's going to have to make the big throws. And, we saw in the Super Bowl last year, he had Emmanuel Sanders beat, wide open, couldn't hit him. So, it is definitely a tough performance to swallow, especially because, they're coming off their Super Bowl hangover here. But, this is a learning experience. That defense obviously needs to get a little bit of work done. They have all the talent. They got Bosa, they got Fred Warner, they still have Sherman. They have a lot of things to clean up, but they're obviously hurt at the wide receiver position too, and Kittle also got hurt. So, but good win by the Cardinals. I thought Kingsbury made a couple weird calls, but at the end of the day, Kyler Murray bailed him out. So, good for him.
Yeah, I think you pretty much hit it. I mean, Jimmy G, he overthrew it in the Super Bowl, and then he underthrew it week 1. So Jimmy G was actually trending on Twitter because he was scrambling like a dog chasing his tail. That O-line was collapsing so quickly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the Niners really lacked that one-star veteran receiver, to fill that void of Emmanuel Sanders. Mm-hmm. And Mostert, he picked up where he left off. And the funny part was DeAndre Hopkins tweeting the word grateful after the Texans lost. So Hopkins is obviously happy. So that's that. But Buccaneers Saints, I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, and now I am a Buccaneers fan. So there's not much to say. That game had a lot of errors, but I'm still high on the Bucs, and I look forward to what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Obviously wasn't the game he wanted. But give the Saints credit, man. I think they're a little torqued off that he's in their division now, and they're saying, "Hey, this is our division now." You saw Kamara almost get in for another touchdown, kind of throw some salt in the wound. But the Saints. Everyone's counting them out. They're still a great team with or without Mike Thomas. I thought Kamara, once he got paid, he's just ready to rock and roll now. So. It'll be really interesting to see how that goes. But, Saints, they are very much still a contender for that NFC South. So.
Yeah, and I had Kamara last year on my fantasy team, and he did not produce. This year, he looks different. So, I think he'll be good. But, there's not much to say. We'll have to wait till week 2 to see really how the Bucs develop as a team. Sunday Night Football. Cowboys, Rams. This is Mike's team, Cowboys. I'm going to say this. Rams are overrated. Jared Goff is overrated. The Cowboys should not have lost that game. And I believe there was an offensive PI. I believe there was not a PI. There was not a push-off. Ramsey is kind of a diva, and he plays soft. He likes to flop. And I think the Cowboys should have won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I watched that entire game. Dallas, for the most part, had a lot of, errors on their part and a lot of, things they had to clean up. But credit the Rams. They played a great game defensively. But, there were times where, it looked like they were just using the play action boot and, kind of getting the Cowboys not all there. But obviously that front seven for the Cowboys needs to pick it up. A lot of penalties, very sloppy. But yeah, in games like that, every little yard counts. So, the Rams deserve to win that game, but there was a little bit of a push off there, but it is what it is. Very ticky tacky game, so it can't come down to that. So.
Yeah, and now moving to Monday night, Steelers Giants. Now I'm a Steelers fan. I've been a Steelers fan since AB was on the Steelers, when AB, Le'Veon Bell. And then now Juju's taken over that mantle. I'm high on Juju. I love Juju. I love Deontay Johnson. I think he's going to be a star player. I'm surprised James Conner was not that did not play that well. But the Giants' O-line just collapsed over and over. Saquon did terribly. But I do have confidence in the Giants for their future. Daniel Jones looks good. The Steelers' defense, I'd say the Steelers' defense is number one in this league. The Steelers' defense is absolutely they're dominating, and you do not want to play the Steelers' defense.
Yeah.
And I think Ben Roethlisberger's back. He looked good, and with 1 year from his injury, he looked good. I think he'll do really well this year. But a funny thing is, I'm a Steelers fan before, but I actually became even more of a Steelers fan when I found out that my celeb crush Gillian Jacobs is from Pittsburgh and actually a Steelers fan. So there's more to it. So I'm rooting for the Steelers, and I think the Steelers will do really well.
Yeah. It looked really good that their defense was playing well. I mean, obviously stopping Saquon for only 6 yards off 15 attempts. Really credit that defense. Good to see Big Ben back. Juju did his thing. James Conner still getting hurt. Really wish him the best. I'm a big James Conner fan. So, but yeah, good win for the Steelers. I mean, they did everything they needed to do to win that game. So,
Steel City, baby.
Yeah.
And then here comes our last game of Week 1, Titans-Broncos. I watched that game because I thought it was going to be a good game. I thought it was going to be high scoring. I thought Derrick Henry was going to go off. I thought the Broncos, Drew Lock was going to, put up some competition. But no, 16-14. What a boring game. I turned off the TV. I could not watch it. It was so boring. But I do have to say, Drew Lock looks good. I think he's going to have a good future, and I'm excited to watch him play this coming week and for future years.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a very boring game, to say the least. A lot of defense being played. Steven Gostkowski missed 3 field goals and a PAT, so the pressure was on him to make that last field goal. But he probably won't have a job by the time this podcast gets put up. But, a lot of good things, a lot of bad things. Obviously, Derrick Henry getting almost 35 carries. It really shows a lot that the Broncos were able to hold him down without Von Miller. So, saw a lot of good things from Noah Fant too. Melvin Gordon ended up having a good game at the end after a fumble. But a lot of good things for Drew Lock, and this loss isn't a total loss. They have a lot of things they can take from this, but Titans, man, I mean, if they're gonna keep playing good defenses like this, they gotta they gotta pick it up a little bit.
Definitely. But, yeah, I think you made a good point. If you're gonna play against the Broncos and score only 16 points, you're gonna be for a tough year. Mm-hmm. But that can't happen.
Yeah.
But let's wrap this up with the football segment. Yeah. Week 2, we're gonna quickly go through who we think is gonna win for each game, and I'll read them off. You tell me your pick. I'll say my pick, and then we'll move on.
Like it.
Okay. Bengals Browns.
I got the Brownies winning this game.
Wow. Okay, I'm going Bengals. I'm going Bengals. Okay. You know what? I'm going to write this down so then we could compare the next week when we do this. Yeah. Okay. So Bengals Browns. We have me for Bengals, and then you got Browns. Okay. Giants Bears.
I got the Bears winning that game. I think Trubisky stays on that high, and he gets it done.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going Giants because I think Daniel Jones is looking good.
Man, we're splitting here. We're splitting.
Yeah. Rams Eagles.
Rams Eagles. I'm gonna go Rams.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm going Rams as well.
Okay.
Falcons Cowboys.
Falcons Cowboys. I'm gonna go with the boys on this one.
Oh, okay. You're going with Cowboys? All right. I'm going with Falcons.
Okay.
Let's see what's next. Panthers Bucks.
Panthers Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers win by a slight lead. Buccaneers get it done. Okay,
you got Bucks. I got Bucks. Okay, this one's easy. 49ers Jets.
I think it's 49ers anyway. Either way, I mean, Jets have struggled, and they obviously can't play offense against a good defense.
Yep, I got 49ers. Broncos Steelers.
Man, I got the Steel City on this one. I think they go 2-0.
Hell yeah, Steelers. Jags Titans.
Ooh, Jags Titans. I got Titans. I think Derrick Henry goes off and gets maybe 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yep. I got Titans as well. Lions, Packers.
I got the Pack. Devontae Adams, another solid week.
Yep, Packers for me. Bills, Dolphins.
Bills. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills. Bills get it done on the road.
That's a easy pick.
Yeah.
Vikings, Colts.
Man, as much as I kind of want to go the Colts here, I'm going to go Vikings just because of the offensive explosion that they have.
Yeah, I'm going Vikings as well. Here we go. Washington Cardinals. This is your team.
You know I got to go with the football team on this one. As much as the right pick might be the Cardinals, I'm going to go the football team, man. They're going to get it done, shock the world, go 2-0.
Yeah, I'm going Cards.
All right.
Ravens Texans.
Ravens Texans. I got Truz on this one. I'm going to go Ravens.
Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay, I got Ravens as well. But I do have Deshaun Watson. Hopefully that's a high-scoring game, so that way Deshaun can get some points. Chiefs, Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs here.
Chiefs as well. Here we go. Patriots, Seahawks.
Ooh. I really want to go Patriots, but I think Seattle pulls through. I do think it's a shootout, though. Cam Newton has a good day, but Seahawks are just the better offensive power.
Yeah, I got Seahawks, but I don't think it's going to be as offensively minded as you think. I think the Seahawks defense is a good defense, and they're going to stop Cam. Monday Night Football, only one game. Saints, Raiders.
I'm going Saints here. Even without Mike Thomas, I still think the Raiders have a lot of issues in their secondary. I still think the Saints are going to have a good game, win that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got Saints as well. So we got a decent amount of differences. Bengals, Browns, Giants, Bears, Falcons, Cowboys. I think one more. I actually think. Washington Cards.
Yeah.
But so we'll have to watch out for those games this coming week. But that's it for the football side.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that's gonna kind of wrap it up over here. I know we went a little long, but it is what it is. Make sure you check out DZ on his Instagram, Twitter, his blog, his YouTube channel. All that stuff's down below on the screen. Check him out. Wish my boy some luck as he goes in for those wisdom teeth surgery. And man, be on the lookout for his football blog. I'm really looking forward to it and being on it and helping him out. Make sure you like and subscribe. Look out for new episodes, new videos. Man, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.